Hello world. Today we're going to talk about ChatGPT. What is it? Why is it? So this is Joseph Bonaparte, Associate Professor in Finance, CU Denver, University of Colorado Denver, Director for External. I also do consulting to institutional investment companies. The company is founded ChatGPT by OpenAI by Greg Brockman and others. And it's a ChatGPT, it's artificial intelligent multimodal language, generate natural language text from both images and text prompt. It's a product of OpenAI company, and it's located in San Francisco. The GPT, the abbreviation are for generative pre-trained transformer, which is generate response pre-trained by us as a human, transforming input into expressive output. What is a ChatGPT? A tool like a human conversation, provide response both based on the user request. And we're gonna do some application, but it's important to know who are the founder for this. It started with Elon Musk, actually, the founder of Tesla and SpaceX. He gave them about $100 million, but in 2018 he departed. He was a board member at OpenAI. He was a board member, then left. And then he tweeted in 2019 that I'm busy with my company. I need my time, so he left. And then in 23, you can see here, he criticized the company, the OpenAI, and he said this should be a closed source. As of now, it's a closed source, and it's supposed to be an open source AI. So, and then I heard that in the news that Elon Musk thinking to do his own ChatGPT type model. ChatGPT valuation, we investors, we invest finance, we care about it. As of now, we estimate it to be a $29 billion to OpenAI by the owner, so usually overestimated. But who knows what's going to be. Microsoft contributed $1 billion in 2019 and 21. In January 23rd, Microsoft gave another $10 billion to OpenAI, and they partner for the Microsoft Azure, which is also with the Bing search engine. Now, we know in our history, the United States history, we know what we call it as the Manhattan Project to create the first atomic bomb. The ChatGPT, I think this is the second biggest project, because in order to, I'm going to talk about computer capabilities and features, but before we go there, we have to understand that this cannot happen without Microsoft improving their processors and software, and NVIDIA improving the capabilities of H100 GPU with the Quantum 2, and Microsoft improved to ND-H100 V5. So OpenAI talked with Microsoft and NVIDIA, we need to upgrade your products so we can use it for a comprehensive computation. The ChatGPT 3 has 175 billion parameters, but ChatGPT 4 has 100 trillion parameters. ChatGPT receives 10 million queries per day, and the accuracy for ChatGPT 3 is 76%, but 4 is 90%, which is a tolerance was weak in the ChatGPT 3, but in ChatGPT 4, it's become to be 90%. How ChatGPT works? It uses neural network, supervised learning, and reinforced learning. I have a video about machine learning. So supervised learning, basically, you have a labeled data, you have the X and the Y. From this, you can learn and get some inference. Reinforced learning, for example, like Tesla, automatic driving. The engineering behind ChatGPT, learn pattern, relationship in text-to-human, a stop machine built and reflected in the length and the format of the request. So there are key characteristics based on the word complete sentence. So it has a process of 3 steps. The human contractor demonstrates the user and chatbot, and then fine-tune using probability system, and then reinforcement learning. So you write a text, it goes through a process, and you get the response using the LLM, which is a large language model. ChatGPT is the future. Because they have a lot of visitors to their website. They reached 100 million users in 2 months. In the first 5 days, they have a 1 million users, which is faster, 5 days. Instagram, it took them more than 5 days. Spotify, Dropbox, Airbnb, and Netflix. It took a lot for Netflix to get 1 million users. To get 100 million MAU, it took them 2 months for ChatGPT. TikTok, much more than 2 months. Instagram, a lot more. Twitter, a lot more. How long it took for the app to reach over 100 million. I looked to Google a trend, and I found that ChatGPT started to have it trending in the end of November, last week of November. And the red is United States, the blue is the world. And you can see it peaked in the United States in April. It peaked. How many people use Google search to learn more about ChatGPT? Now, difference between ChatGPT and Google. Google does return search results, return information related to the search queries, whereas ChatGPT create content, response based on the contents and intent, provide advice, solving homework for students, an exam, cover letters for if you apply for jobs, a lot of things. Next things I'm going to do, ChatGPT versus Google. I'm going to give you a simulating example. I'm going to go to ChatGPT, and then I'm going to ask ChatGPT a question, see the answer, and then I'm going to ask the same question to Google. Here's the question I'm asking. What is the inflation in the United Kingdom in the past 10 years? You see the results, but let's see here. And the answer is coming. And they give you a table in the past 10 years. What is the inflation in the UK? And you got some information here. Now let's do the same with Google. What is the inflation here? I'm going to put that here. What is the inflation? And now UK, so you have a lot of choices in Google, and that means a conflict choice. You didn't know which one to click. If you're lucky, you'll click the right one. If you click on that, then you get a lot of information, and the page slow down, doesn't go fast. You have to wait for all the page to upload. You have the data here, and now you have some data here. If you go to this link, you have also information. So it depends what, here you didn't have the information you want. So it takes some time. In conclusion, ChatGPT is just started. There's a lot of opportunity. It's different than Google. So we think that it's a revolution, and it changed the landscape of innovation. Thank you very much. I hope you give a like to the video and subscribe to the channel. We need your support, because what I'm doing here, I'm putting 5 hours or 10 hours of learning. I put it in a short video so you have an idea what is that. ChatGPT, AI, blockchain, machine learning, all the technology in the fintech atmosphere. Thank you so much.